Hello, it is Flippin' Philly. I'm going to show you how to look up items on eBay to see if they're worth flipping online. So if you've been thinking about reselling, this is your time to save the video so you know exactly what to do to make some extra money in your pocket, baby. We're going to use this board game, To Grandmom's House We Go, to check out a sell-through. The only app you need is eBay. Once you're on there, you're going to hit the search button either down at the bottom or you can just hit the search bar up at the top. There's a few ways you can search up. First of all, you can take a picture of it, but when you do, it's going to be hard for it to filter through all of the listings, and it's going to give you a lot more than there actually are. They're saying there's 5.7 million results for this picture, but the more you scroll down, you'll start to notice if it will load. Will you load, please? Please load. No? No, we're not going to load. There we go, finally. But as you can see, it's not the item that's coming up. So this is really only good for when you're not sure what you're searching for, especially when it comes to clothing. It might help you narrow down the search term so you can get a better idea of how much it's going to sell for or how many are selling. The other option is just type it in. We can type into Grandma's House We Go. Now, when we're searching the title, only 42 items are coming up, but more of them are the actual game this time, or at least parts of the game. So if we were to search it up this way, we would see 42 listed. We already seen. You can also see it down here at the bottom. It's always a good idea to filter the condition based off of what you have. The one we have is brand new, which makes the results 24 now. And then we're going to do show more, and we hit sold, and it's showing only 2 have sold. So 24 listed, 2 have sold. That is not a great sell-through, but it's also still not narrowed down the way we would like. So another option is to either type in the UPC, which why would you do that when you can hit the camera button, and instead of doing image at the bottom, you switch it over to barcode, and that's going to scan the UPC on the box. That leaves us with 6 results of this exact game. When we filter the condition to new, we're going down to 2. I know that because it says it up top, not because my phone's loading. Hit show more, we scroll down, we do sold again, and we have 2 sold. So that gives this 100% sell-through. Now, the only reason we picked this up is because 1, when you search it by UPC, it is 100% sell-through. 2, it sells for really good money when it's brand new. But there are some things you need to keep in mind when you're looking at the sell-through. 1, the quantity. So as you know, this one only had 2. That's not a lot. That means it's probably going to be a slow mover because only 2 have sold in the last 90 days. So that's 1 every month and a half. However, if it was 100 listed, 100 sold, that would mean more than 1 is selling every single day. That's a better supply and demand, which would mean that it might move quicker with that 100% sell-through. To backtrack, actually, when it comes to the sell-through, that is supply and demand. The listings are the supply. The solds are the demand. If there's no solds, there's no demand. If there's a ton of listings and no solds, there's a ton of supply, no demand. But even if it has a small quantity of items listed and sold, if there's a good sell-through, you still have a really good shot of that item selling. So it might be worth the risk to pick it up. The only time you really wouldn't want to take a chance on an item is if there are a bunch listed and you're seeing none sold, or a very large discrepancy between the two where there's like 1,000 listed, 5 sold. That is a number you want to be wary of. But also, if you're not seeing any sold at all and you're not seeing any listed at all, that does not mean it's not worth anything. You might want to check it out on Terapeak, which you can find under your drafts in your seller dashboard on eBay. Either way, that's how you check out the sell-through rate on eBay. If you're trying to make some extra money, reselling is a great way to do that. We are in the land of surplus. There is tons of stuff everywhere for you to be able to flip to make some extra money in your pocket. And if you need more tips and tricks, do me a favor, hit that follow button so I can see your beautiful face.